So panels, before I move to my glorification, I want to distinguish us with OG. So what makes us different with OG? First, OG impoverish them impoverish the corruptor without putting them in jail, abandon them and let them suffer. But in our side, we still think that the right of the corruptor, where we are the one who says to you, that impoverish them doesn't need to be the end of their life. They still have small amount of money to start small business, right? They have the skill while they serve in jail, and this will be good because they are more unlikely to corrupt again, because it's their own business. They will not corrupt their own business, right? So it's still a win-win for both sides. And next, I want to bring my qualification. Why our model is better? So I'm going to give a comparison to you, and in my comparison there will be intertwined. My rebuttal will be intertwined. So OO has failed to understand that corruptors are since the beginning are politicians who already have a prosperous life. They have a nice house, big salary. They have a guaranteed for future. Basically, they already like. They have enough money. But why they still want more money? It's because there is still demand from their elite society, like the environment, like always compete with each other. Who has the most? Who have the more money, the most money? Or like, for example, like if my friends' children go to international university, I want my children to also go to the international university, and that costs a lot of money. That's why, in order to fulfill this social status, there is a narrative. What I have that you don't have is important to them. So OO misunderstood that this is just government effort to be harshest on the crime and doesn't care about the long-term impact. But it is not just about it, really. Firstly, you see, my member of government already mentioned that this is government effort to prevent another corruption cases to happen again in the future. Because you see, when we give more harsher, like we will take all of your wealthiness. Not take all of your witness. We impoverish them. It will make them lose all the social status that they have in the first place. But compared to their side of the house, politicians won't think twice to do corruption. They know the risk is just to just have time in jail, and after that they still get out from jail anyway, and they still have their wealthiness. They don't feel ashamed because they still have their elite, community, their elite, They still have the social status, and they are more likely to be. They don't feel ashamed because, as also OO already characterized, like most politicians in the developing country are someone who are more likely to be corrupted, right? Because you can be a leader if you don't corrupt. Like they're going to say which Ashara, like, I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm just get bad in life, and because I committed corruption and government know about it, but while you also committed corruption, but government doesn't know about it. That's why you don't go to jail. So I don't have the need to feel ashamed. The second, and this is let's be clear. This is not just about the politician itself. My member of government already explained to you. This is for the sake of the country itself. People are losing their trust to their government because if we stick to the status quo, the society we know that there is no any problem solved. Like the issue of corruption itself never be solved because people still committing corruption until today. For example, like Indonesia, people still corrupting in Indonesia. Even they give a discount for them for their punishment, and people losing their trust. This is not good for the government because it's government obligation to fulfill this demand. The citizen want their right to feel, have the right to feel safe, their right to be fulfilled. They got justice that they are deserved. Finally, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Second, even if the corruptor become poor at the end of the day, and all say that it's government obligation to protect citizens from poverty, it's one poverty against the entire nations. So we think that the corruptors still deserve, and we are willing to sacrifice the corruptor itself to become a poor anyway, because they know the risk when they committed these corruption cases. And what if the OO said that what if this affecting the children, the family, the partner of the corruptors itself, who are innocent? This is actually good, ladies and gentlemen, because it will bring beneficial, like for the family and the children and the partner of the corruptor itself. It will push them to always watch for their member of the family that is a politician who have a big positions, to always make sure that the money they are making is not something coming from corruptions. They will watch them 24/7. They will be more observant, and they are the one who keep telling and keep remind the politician to not committing corruptions, because they know that if the politician committing a corruption in the first place, it will affect them at the end of the day. That's why they are the one who the most aware about it. So what if this is not happen, and the children, the partner, and the family of the corruptor itself are actually conspire with this politician in order to commit those corruption cases? Well, if this the cases, then that means that that member, that corruptor's family is actually deserve to get the punishment to become to become poor in the first place, right? Because they know about this, they know about these cases. They know that it makes many people suffers, and that's why they deserve to actually get the effect from the politician, from the decision making, from applying these motions. That's why I proudly propose this. Thank you very much.